Now back to Holistic Healthline, your direct line to good health.
And welcome back to Holistic Healthline, your direct line to great health. I'm Jane Jansen with Peter Morrell and Dr. Wim Jansen, and we've been talking about, none of us want to get older. We are anyways, but what can we do to, slow down the process, maybe reverse some of the stuff that's been going on over the years and to live to, not only an older age, but an age where we're feeling
getting old.
Spectacular. So we have joining us today a fellow health radio talk show host, Rob Martin, who's been a life extension researcher for over 35 years. Rob has some exciting news to tell us about from the frontier of health and longevity, and what some experts say is the biggest breakthrough ever.
Got the fountain of youth.
In anti-aging research called telomere science, and he will also report on the first cellular longevity multivitamin called TeloVite. Hi, Rob.
Oh, hi, Jane. Hi to the whole group. It's a pleasure to be back on your program.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you. Rob, tell us, we're going to talk about telomeres, which is a word I would guess many people out there have not heard.
Yes.
What is a telomere?
Okay, it's beginning to, get out there more and more. I mean, I've been tracking it for over 15 years myself, but that's my business. But telomeres are tiny tips on our chromosomes. They're DNA caps, and they're critically important to protect and replicate virtually every cell in your entire body. And these microscopic DNA caps, they protect, all your functioning, your organs, your systems, and I want you to visualize a shoelace. Now, the job of the plastic tips on the ends of your shoelaces is to keep your laces from shredding and falling apart. Now, telomeres are similar to those plastic tips, but when your telomere tips break down and get shorter during your aging process, it's your basic life-supporting cells that become damaged and eventually unusable. In other words, to put it frankly, your cells die. So the bottom line is telomeres are your essential cellular timekeepers that reveal how fast your cells are aging until your cells gradually weaken and finally disappear. It's simple. Every time your cells divide, your telomeres get shorter. The shorter your telomeres get, the faster your cells age. And now we know that telomere length is impacted by virtually all the lifestyle choices and decisions we've made throughout our lives, some for better, a lot of them for worse.
And there's been, a little bit of research in the past about the telomeres, but it seems like more and more you read connection with all major health concerns,
right.
Connection to telomeres. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the research that's been done out there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In fact, if you Google any condition and then put in telomeres, you're going to see studies. It's really amazing. But the biggest thing is in 2009. Elizabeth Blackburn and two colleagues won the Nobel Prize for their telomere research. In fact, I have a quote from her right here. She says, "We found that the better your telomeres are protected, the less your chance of getting any of the big diseases." And I have quotes from so many scientists. So here's one you probably know, Dean Ornish, MD. Mm-hmm. He's the founder of the Preventive Medicine Research Institute. He states, telomeres at the ends of your DNA affect how quickly your cells age and die. As your telomeres get shorter, your life gets clouded with disease. And if we have time later, I can read more from Nobel Prize laureates and famous scientists, all talking about the role of telomeres and the aging process, and as you stated earlier, your health span and your lifespan.
So there are things, I'm sure, bad habits that we might have, as food or drink or smoking or whatever, things that probably hasten those telomeres getting shorter. If you can speed up the process, can you slow down the process would be the question, right?
Yeah. Well, you can do things. Stress management is very important. Stress really damages the telomeres. Obviously, diet, the proper nutrition. Of course, we're great believers in nutraceuticals, and the research. That's what really got me going on this product. I want to talk about the TeloVite multivitamins. I started seeing studies going back a dozen years ago or more on telomeres and particular nutrients, whether it was vitamin D and green tea and carnosine, I can go on and on and on. And it was really dramatic differences. I mean, we're talking about, say, just the green tea and the vitamin D, for example. It's a 5-year difference. People that consume, say, 3 cups of green tea, excuse me, their telomeres will be 5 years longer. Same thing for vitamin D. So the idea we had, Professor Jean Bruno, my colleague from the Huntington University of Health Sciences, the concept was, look, let's take these ingredients that we're seeing in the research, let's put them into a product, and why not put it in a multivitamin, because that's what everybody's taking.
Yep.
That's the most popular product amongst the general population, and then certainly amongst supplement users, it's very, very, very high. And so that's how the TeloVite product came to be. And of course, we made sure that it was very, very science-based. So it's very exciting. This is a breakthrough we've been waiting for. I've been in the life extension arena since I worked with Dirk Pearson and Sandy Shaw back in 1982. You might remember their international bestseller, Life Extension. Mm-hmm. So I've been at this game a long time, and this is a major breakthrough in the understanding of how we age, and thankfully what we can do about it.
So if we're providing nutrition, to the telomeres that have grown shorter, is it possible for them to get longer?
Oh, absolutely. Definitely they can get longer. And in fact, we have a study, a human study, clinical study published in a scientific journal that demonstrates this. We got a 56% increase in telomere length in middle-age and senior men and women, an age span from like 44 to 72, which is a great spread. And this is a tremendous. We knew from some earlier studies we were doing that we were lengthening telomeres with TeloVite. And then we put it to the test in a larger pilot study. And now in the next phase, we're going to go to a double-blind study on TeloVite. But we know for sure that TeloVite lengthens telomeres. And we know for sure that when your telomeres lengthen, a lot of good things happen. Lots of good things.
Now, a lot of people will judge becoming older, that they're starting to get older, and the way that they start looking and their appearance. The skin gets kind of funky looking, wrinkly, and the hair starts getting kind of weird and sometimes disappearing. Are the telomeres have an impact on that?
Absolutely. Look, the telomeres are all over your body, in all the systems, all the organs, etc., including the skin. The skin is a huge organ. And so studies have been done, for example, on female twins, middle-aged female twins. And the one that has the longer telomeres is clearly younger looking than the other one. And in fact, you ever have the experience of running into an old friend or an acquaintance, and let's say they're 50 years old, and they look like they're past retirement age? I guarantee you that person has degraded telomeres. And conversely, you run into someone around that age that you know, and they look fantastic. Now, if you put those people to the test, you're going to see the fantastic-looking one has the longer telomeres. There's a direct correlation. And I'll tell you something else. You talk about skin. We know that skin creams, and supplements too, the targeted supplements for conditions, they have a high failure rate. And we believe, Professor Bruno and I, all the research we've done, the reason is that people's telomeres have degraded. And so your body is not as receptive to that fancy brain product you bought or the fancy skin cream that you spent $100 or $200 for. And if those telomeres are degrading, you're not going to get the response. In fact, we conjecture that same thing with foods. You could be eating a really healthy diet, and that's good, but when you were 20 years old or 30 years old, you got more out of that diet than you do at 60 or 70. And, it's all linked to the aging process, the telomere length, and the degrading of the telomeres. And so it's really, really important to lengthen those, do everything we can to protect and lengthen those telomeres.
It's not just, I would assume, it's not just going to keep you generally healthier, but you're probably going to feel better overall.
Yeah, I mean, just think for a second. Let's say you're 60 years old, and you can lengthen your telomeres by 10 years, which is very possible. We have one lady, a video on our website on TeloVite.com. She was 67 years old, and we tested her telomeres. After 90 days, all our studies are on 90 days with TeloVite, she had the telomeres of a 41-year-old woman. And she tells her story. It's a fantastic story. But, I mean, think for a second. You're 60 years old. Now you have the telomeres of a 50-year-old. Now think back what it was like when you were 50 or 45. Did you have the nagging conditions you have now, whether they're minor or they're serious? Did you have more energy back then? Were you thinner back then? Did you have better hair and skin, et cetera, et cetera? So if we can take a 60-year-old person, or a 70, or a 50, and we can make their cells younger by 10, 15, 20 years, that can have a remarkable impact on their overall health, their beauty, their energy, et cetera. And we're finding from testimonials that that's what's happening. You see, this is not a targeted one-condition product. This is the ultimate problem-solution product, because telomere shortening is involved with virtually all the health and beauty issues of aging. That's really the core message, because healthy telomere length is foundational for overall optimal health and beauty longevity. So just think of that, the difference that would make in a person if they could make their cells that much younger. And, in our testimonials, we're seeing that. People are talking about their skin, their hair, their energy, their joints. And because, remember, the telomeres are everywhere. If you lengthen them in one spot, you're going to lengthen them in another spot.
Absolutely.
Rob, we're going to take a quick break, and hey, this is sounding pretty darn good to me. So if you can hold on, we'll come back in just a little bit. Also want to talk about TeloVite. You have a special offer for TeloVite, so we want to get that out, and then talk a little bit more specifically about the benefits of TeloVite. We'll be back in a moment with Holistic Healthline and our special guest, Rob Martin.
Now back to Holistic Healthline, your direct line to good health.
And welcome back to Holistic Healthline, your direct line to great health. And our special guest, Rob Martin, who is the expert, the guy who has been doing research for God knows how long about anti-aging. And he sounds so young, so he must be using the TeloVite products. And,
well, next week I'm going to be 68.
Wow.
All right.
You certainly
You
sound like you have a spring in your step. And
well, when people go to the landing page, we're going to give that information. You'll see I put up my body shot, my muscle shot, just to show I'm not a phony.
Oh, cool.
There you go.
Hey, I got to go see that one. No offense, Dr. J. Again, there's an special offer for TeloVite for our listeners. I want to get that out there, and then we'll revisit it again towards the end.
Sure. Look, we want you to take advantage of the best TeloVite offer ever. For just $1 a day. Professor Bruno and I, that's one thing we wanted to do. We wanted to make this affordable for everyone, not just the rich and famous. And so for $1 a day, if you get the 3 bottles, we want you to get the 3-bottle offer. It's really important because the research has been done on that. If you want to get the results of the folks, the middle-aged and senior folks in our study, they were on it for 90 days, and that's not so long. And so we think by the end of 90 days, and during that period, you're going to start to see a difference in a lot of things. If you have a specific issue, health issue, there's a good chance you're going to see an improvement. But you also may see things you're not expecting. Because remember, you're lengthening the telomeres all over your body. So for $1 a day, you can start making your cells younger. Now, here's this unprecedented offer. When you order TeloVite today, and you then order a second order for a friend, a relative, a spouse, you'll get 50% off on the second TeloVite order for someone you care about. And I'm sure you don't want to be the only one lengthening your telomeres in your house. You might want your wife or husband or anyone to be sharing that great health gift. So you can go to yourtelovite.com. That's yourtelovite.com. Or you can call toll-free, 833-204-5433. That's 833-204-5433. Or the easy-to-remember, 833-204-LIFE. Also ask how you can get free shipping. That's 833-204-LIFE or yourtelovite.com. And TeloVite is TeloVite, yourtelovite.com.
And if you didn't get that information, we're going to repeat it again, but also you can always call the Tree of Life Wellness Center in Seekonk, and we gladly give out the information.
And again, if you're a person out there and you and your spouse are taking that daily multivitamin from out of the drugstore, and you've never seen a difference taking it, but you just keep taking it every day, try something different. And see a difference.
Even if you're getting a more expensive one, I guarantee you, if you match up our panel of ingredients, 39 ingredients, and the potencies, it really blows everything else away. And we have stuff like vitamin K2, MK7. You don't see that in a multi, but we want it in there because it has spectacular cardiovascular benefits. We have vitamin D at 2,000. We have enough green tea. Our green tea is equal to 3 cups of beautiful organic green tea that have been shown in the studies to lengthen telomeres. Everything in there is evidence-based, based on the studies, all 39 ingredients, and of course we have 14 ingredients that lengthen telomeres, 14 ingredients and combinations of ingredients that lengthen telomeres, all based on human clinical studies. So we knew that this product was going to work just based on the research on those 14 components. But then, of course, we went further and we did studies on our own product.
And by lengthening these telomeres, you're also potentially, if you are taking other supplementation, let's say for your joints or for your eyes or your digestive tract or your heart, you're going to also improve the actual action of these other supplements?
I have absolutely no doubt about that. In fact, I think what will happen with people, let's say they're taking a brain supplement, okay, and they're getting, they're happy enough to sort of stay on it, right? When they start lengthening their telomeres, they're going to get a better result. It's just going to happen. And also what can happen, too, is they might find that just by taking the TeloVite, they're going to start getting an improvement in their brain health and their joint health and their cardiovascular, whatever it is that they're concerned about. And unfortunately, once you get past 60, we become concerned about a number of things. And those pharmaceutical companies, that once you hit 60, most people are taking a minimum of 6 different types of medications, and that can go up to 15. It's amazing. But we don't like that. We like the natural route, and if you lengthen your telomeres, now you're giving your body a chance. You're giving your brain a chance. Every system and organ in your body will respond when your telomeres lengthen. Remember, telomere length is foundational for overall health, beauty, longevity. And TeloVite's the ultimate problem-solution product because telomere shortening is involved with virtually all the health and beauty issues of aging. Listen, aging is the ultimate disease. The medical profession, the FDA, they don't recognize aging as a disease. But it's the big gorilla, the big elephant in the room. Aging is the mother of all diseases. And that's what we're fighting, the disease of aging. That's what this is all about.
And how many people go into their doctor and they're complaining about this problem or that problem and stuff, and the doctors, often say, "Oh, well, that's just because you're getting older."
Exactly.
But they don't tell them what to do about it.
Well, you hit it right on the head, because they view aging as just a natural process. So I guess that's okay. Well, we don't think it's okay, and we want to do something about it. Look, doctors have their role, but longevity and life extension and optimal health, that's not what they do.
Now, can people at any age take TeloVite?
Absolutely, why not? Sure. I mean, the oldest person in our study is 72, and that lady got a 99% increase in her telomeres. Okay? So
pretty amazing.
I mean, and I could go through the whole list of people. I have all the percentages here. Let me pick some of the old ones. Here's Wayne. He's 71. He got a 100.5% increase in his telomeres. All right? I mean, this is not like we're doing it on 30-year-old kids. Again, the youngest was 44. Mark, he got a 68% increase. So, no, we're lengthening telomeres in middle-aged and senior men and women. That's what we're after. And, the baby boomers and seniors.
And if you're middle-aged, this is probably, going to do more quicker. I think your body will probably respond a little quicker even than if you are 70.
I don't know. If I'm 70 also, I'm running out of time to do stuff, so I want to get it done now.
Absolutely. We all do. And look, there are amazing breakthroughs happening in nutrition, nutraceuticals, and the telomere research here is a major breakthrough. There's no doubt about it. Nobel Prize winning. And, of course, the goal here is we want to stay on the planet. We're using nutraceuticals and nutrition to stay on the planet long enough for the big stuff to kick in. There's stuff coming in the next few years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, biomedical stuff and all. The doctors aren't even aware of it. These are the research guys and gals.
Rob, before we run out of time, can you give out that information once again?
Absolutely. Okay, look, for $1 a day, you can start taking TeloVite, start making those cells younger, please. Why let them just degrade? And what we do today is you order TeloVite. We want you to order the 3-bottle, because that's what the research is based on. We have a 1-bottle, but order the 3-bottle. And if you order a second order, we've never done this before, 50% off for the second order for your spouse, loved one, whomever, good friend. All right, go to yourtelovite.com. That's yourtelovite.com, or call, it's toll-free, 833-204-5433. That's 833-204-5433, or the easy-to-remember 833-204-LIFE. Ask about free shipping, 833-204-LIFE, or yourtelovite.com.
Thanks so much, Rob. It's always a pleasure talking to you. You always give us great information, and we hope to talk to you again soon.
And your questions are always fantastic.
Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
And again, if anybody didn't get that information, just give a call to the Tree of Life Wellness Center at 508-336-4242, and we'll gladly give out that information, because you could be driving in your car or whatever and don't have a chance to write it down.
Yeah.
So again, just give a call to the Tree of Life Wellness Center at 508-336-4242 if you want more information about how to connect with TeloVite and take advantage of that opportunity.
He took us right to the end of the show.
Oh, wow. I want to thank everybody who tuned in and called in today.
Absolutely. And we are here each and every week, Holistic Healthline. Go to holistichealthline.com. Check out Jane's blog while you're there. Got to thank our producers up and down the East Coast, but especially Dominic and Heather here at home, who have done a fantastic job.
As always.
Thanks for tuning in. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Traffic traffic and weather on News Radio 920 and 104.7.